Yeah, rail can, again, has such a big effect on this map.
So we're following Nubikiller off the start. The perfect spawn for him. Lightning gun and red armor.
This is the spawn you want. The best armor, arguably the best weapon.
Look at that, straight away picking up the frag on Starosta. We haven't seen too much of Starosta over these maps. Maybe that big performance coming up.
Well, he's not really relied upon to bring out the huge performances. He's the player that almost enables big performances from Pavel and Immortal.
Power-ups could be any time soon. It looks like Poland have made their bet on the battle suit. That's a good, wise choice. You want to make sure you get one. Commit as many people as you can to it. There it is, sitting there. They're debating who should get it. Morpheus decides to grab it in the end, although this has not worked out well.
Oh, he's in serious trouble.
I'm going to switch back to the quad. Let's have a look at that. Pavel with the mega to his name. Now the red lightning gun in hand. Plasma and rockets as backup. Battlesuit's going to die. Surprised Morpheus survived so long, actually, and Pavel took a lot of damage.
Yeah, he only had health and 1 armor. He didn't have, huge stat like Pavel had.
A maybe not quite on song there for Pavel. Nice rail as he dropped down onto that mega. Just hotspot aiming there by, I think, Morpheus. Or maybe it wasn't. It was, in fact, Ganon. 62% rail for him. Again, it's going to be a map where they can't afford to give away, as you watch that, cheap kills. Morpheus just running into a rocket there on that rail spot.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that he was looking to get on the rail, pick up there, but it was just, again, a cheap kill, but yielded nothing.
Wow, look at the grab by Avic on the mega. Perfectly timed, just dropped onto it, rocketed away, but the scoreline is massive gap already.
It is. It's worrying at the moment for Poland. They're not picking up frags at all.
You gotta say, I mean, there wasn't too much challenge over this red until now, really. They got the early spawn on it before the power-up, but after that power-up, this is the first time they challenged it. And they lose out. Only 4 frags on the board. Mega health going to be in the hands of Immortal. On top of the red armor he already has to his name, he has a rocket, he has a shotgun as well, looking like a dangerous target across the map. That's all he needed to do, didn't need to challenge that lightning gun, and leading up to the power-ups, he's in an excellent position for this battlesuit.
Indeed he is. It would have been easy for him to just join the attack into the red.
Easy grab, and just switch round to the quad. It's in Pavel's hands, it's a double power-up already.
Yeah, this is really bad for Poland. A bad start and now double power-up.
Switch back to the quad. Mega was just stolen away, but Battlesuit mopping up the frag. Poland just trying to shrink away as shadows into the map, but they're just losing out on the items as a result.
Yeah, but all they can do really when the double power-up is on the loose is, they can only try and minimise the damage. They can't be challenging the major items, not with 2 power-ups.
What do you need to do for your Poland? You're making the call. They're losing heavily.
They really just need to try and group up and either get hold of the rail again with some yellows or try and come into this red armor, but the red armor doesn't look like a good option at the moment.
Nubikiller did just pick up that red armor though as we follow him.
I thought I was still watching a Russian player. But yeah, this is the start of the comeback. They need to make sure they support Nubikiller, who's now taken this red and LG. You want to be with him. If you don't have any items, just stay with him. Hope that you can, gang up on some Russian players.
He's in the key position. We always talk about this. Just above. Oh my god, that is a terrible rocket to be hit by, and who else but Fortune hitting it? It's got such amazing rockets.
Look, he's just moved in and picked up 2 kills so easily.
And then just says, "Look, see you later, guys. Just going on a quick holiday. Gonna pick myself up some yellow armor, maybe a little rocket launcher." His rockets seriously are unbelievable. It's a kind of slower pace than I expected, though, to this game.
Wow, when the scoreline is already at 51-14, if you're Russia, you don't really need to go ultra aggressive anymore.
Nubikiller easily falling to 1 simple rocket. Ganon falling as well. Another double power up in the hands of Pavel, and Things are looking, I wouldn't say not so good, I'd say terrible at the moment.
It really is. I mean, the first power-up, you saw that they had their whole team at Battlesuit. They got the Battlesuit. Since then, what have we seen? We've just seen the team in disarray and all over the place. And as a result, they had no power-up since.
It is very hard because the whole point of Russia's game plan is to take the resources, just move out and just push between your lines, rip you apart, spread you out across the map and take advantage of those spawns. And they just keep running that as much as they can. But you just have to counter that with a very focused strategy.
Yeah, you need to be very disciplined because, you know, the Russians, they like to take the items and then spread out. And that's what you need to take advantage of. You know, you can't then be spread out because you're spread out with no items versus a spread out Russia who have all the items. You know, you're going to lose.
40 frags is the difference at the moment.
See, that's a good attack on the red, but, you know, they're now all stuck in here.
There you go, Immortal picking up a couple of quick frags. They do manage to counter, but I mean, it's 2 for 1. And all 4 go down eventually.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the difference. You see Russia, they take the red, they get out of there and start using it. Poland took the red and they were trapped.
It's such a difficult map, though, to really turn around at those points. But the key thing you do have is the power-ups. And that's what's been disappointing about the previous 2 power-ups, is that they were basically nowhere to be seen. With one guy wandering in looking like a zombie from The Walking Dead.
It's one thing to take a double power-up when, you know, you've had some individual brilliance to secure one and then your team secures the other, but to take double power-up twice in a row so comfortably is just, it's poor play from Poland.
Yeah, look, they split again. We see 2 Polish players here. They do manage to get the Battlesuit. Maybe they'll even get a double power-up here. In fact, they do.
Yeah, so the roles reverse that time. Russia, nowhere to be seen. Poland take those power-ups.
It's something, as you say, we do see from time to time with Russia. They just kind of lose focus. They get too carried away, I think, in dominating the whole map. They totally forget about the power-ups going on, just rocket jumping up. That's really nice. Picks up another frag on Immortal. 2 on this run. Red armor to his name as well. Here at Starosta at this rail would be ideal. Oh! Made hard work of that. Didn't get the frag in the end.
Gnan is playing excellently at the moment. He just needs some support from his team now. I mean, he's just on his own. He's taken over red, but now things need to build as a team. You know, they can't just rely on one individual here to try and drag them back into this game.
It is, as a result, about 35 frag margin. That Immortal just going really aggressive there, picking up the frag. We saw that how his impact was limited on the previous map, whereas the first 2 he was incredible in terms of damage he was dealing. Again, back to what we expect from him, 4.2k damage.
Yep, definitely. When he gets going, he's very hard to stop.
There we go, Avec just losing pretty much all his armor there. We do eventually pick up the frag, closing in on that 40 frag amount, although they'd be still about 40 frags behind.
That's the problem for them, really. You know, it's going to take so much good play to get into this game again.
Well, here's the start of it, maybe. What coming up? Morpheus getting the Battlesuit. It's going to be another double power-up. And they don't want to get too sloppy here, Russia.
Well, Morpheus has been taken down, but Avek's the only power-up on the map, and he's stacked. That rail in the back's not going to help, though.
It might help that his teammate just took the 50 health away from him as well. Whoa! What the hell? It's like 2 Daleks looking at each other. Down the side of that rail. Quake does, of course, come out on top, gets caught out by a brilliant rocket by Immortal, just steaming around the corner, catching him off guard.
That's extremely good play from Immortal. Look at this again.
Oh my goodness.
So many Polish players trapped in that red armor room. They have taken red, but they've taken so much damage.
42% lightning gun for Immortal, 40% machine gun, even 25% plasma. Pretty impressive stuff. Look at this. I mean, the best bit about that, great bit of aim, but as soon as he was going to take damage, just backed off around the corner. Chunk of free damage there. And then back on song, chasing him down once the the threat has kind of passed. Really nice play. Does eventually get caught out positionally by Ganon. And we got about 20 seconds until the next power-ups. I mean, there's an option for, they could always, they have to do something major to turn this around. It has to be an item, a power-up delay, doesn't it?
Well, you know, they've taken double power twice in a row. The problem is, even with doing that, it's just their play in between the power-ups is still not brilliant.
Oh my god, Avik almost failing the rocket jump, falling down the void. A stacked Immortal though, unchallenged at the quad. There he is. Maybe a take on the battle suit. Decides against it. Doesn't actually have the weapons really. He's run out of rockets. Just got that machine gun. Shotgun in hand now though. He's doing what a quad should do and just pick up the frags instead of taking on the battle suit.
Yeah, exactly. If you're the quad, you don't need to see the battle suit at all. If you can just find his teammates, then you're doing a good job.
There is Avik just picking up the frag on the quad right at the end of the run of his battle suit. It's the roster. It's his time to shine. Really nice rails, 51% accuracy overall with that.
Yeah, there's 3 nice rails in a row.
.46 frags is the difference. I've got my heart pinned on the only possibility being try and delay the power-ups. Try and get control of that battle suit and maybe delay that massively.
Well,
it's just
you're never going to see anyone do that.
You have to mix it up in some way, because even if they were getting double power-ups, like they weren't getting anything out of it. You need a large time amount of run with each power-up.
Their problem really though is their play between the power-ups is, you know, those 2 double power-ups, all they've done is undo the damage that they suffer in between the power-ups. They didn't actually gain any control of the map from the power-ups. All they did was try and repair some of the damage.
I love the way Russia play this though. I mean, it's just like they use that red room as it should be used, as like a heart. You know, when they're weak and they're down, they just move in together there. They get control of it. Here's the Morpheus with this battle suit. Immortal with the quad. He's not as strong as he has been. Just see if he does get challenged by the battle suit. I'm going to switch back to the battle suit. Not as strong as he was at the start of the run. 49 health. Only 1 rocket left as well. That 5 ammo box will come in useful there. He just can't pick up any frags. Let's switch around to the quad. With 1 frag apiece, in fact. Quad picks up 3 in the end. Yeah, as I was saying, I just love the way they use that kind of red room as the heart, and when they want to congregate, they all just rush in, control it, they time that red and then just move out. Just
yeah, they didn't
out.
spend too much time in there. I mean, again, look, you can see Poland are stuck in there again, and they're taking damage from the areas around red. Now, Russia, they take the red and then they're in the safe areas again. Red is not a safe position. You know, you want to be in there to take it, but you don't want to stay in there.
Immortal not hitting every rail like we expect him to. Still hitting a decent amount, 54%, 42% lightning damage. Switch round 2 to the roster. Straight off the rail, spawn point. 7 impressives for him. Eventually caught out by superstar man, Polish legend Avik. 3 sets of power-ups left to spawn on this map. I'm going to look at the scoreboard a little bit and get an overview of the kind of stats we're looking at. 21 reds to 12 in favour of Poland for. Pretty much even on the yellows, and very even on the negas even.
The only thing I'd say though is how many of those reds have been taken by Poland and then there's been extremely high damage been put onto it, you know, from above by Russia. I think that's happened so often.
Stossa, battlesuit grab, quads eliminated instantly, so free battlesuit across the map. Could do with a weapon. You got 4 bolts with this plasma, but there is a plasma crate of ammo.
Yeah, it's heading into red at the right time. Just about misses out on the pickup, but lightning gun should be up soon, perhaps. Gonna leave that for a teammate.
Gauntlet humiliation.
Nice little pummel kill. Even picks up 2 kills with that battlesuit runway. Started with no weapon.
$67 frags for difference this. Sorry, 57. It's pretty much over as a contest.
It is, and I mean, what you were saying about the map selection, yes, pick Grim Dungeons, but then what do you pick against Russia? What's your second map?
Wow.
Terminatria. It's gotta be. You gotta practice the map. Oh no,
That in the
that's
Nations Cup pool?
Sorry, that's this new season coming up, isn't it? I'm not actually sure of that.
Impressive.
Nor am I actually for Nations Cup.
I think it's the same with the last Euro Cup. So it might be Terminus. Or maybe that was dropped. Either way, it's difficult because you've got so many maps that the Russians have just gone, because they are just basically the best team.
It's true, but, you know, play your best map first, surely. Play Grim Dungeons. Or at least, even if it's not your best map, play the map that, relatively speaking, is your best chance of beating Russia. You know, just so you're not 2-0 down.
Yeah, and once you're warmed up, maybe you'll be better at Hidden Fortress.
Exactly. It's not the map you want to play cold in the Fortress. I mean, I'm sure they had some warm-up prior to the games anyway, but they were comprehensively beaten on it, and it was their pick.
There we go, Pavel with the quad Nuba killer with a stacked battlesuit, double stack red in fact. We've grabbed that lightning gun. He does do that. I think he's spotted the quad underground. Should aim for it. Battlesuit's job, just pick up the kill on the quad, come on! Now pick up 2 easy kills. Nice work.
I think he's very fortunate he had his teammates supporting him, because on his own, I don't think he was going to pick up the kills.
That's what you really want anyway. Power
Exactly.
supported by your teammates.
It's what they haven't done enough on any of the maps tonight. Their fighting at times has been solo. They've been caught out by themselves on so many occasions. I mean, how often do you see Russia just throw away frag after frag where it's players being caught out? It's not as often. That's the real big difference between these two teams.
They're honed as a unit. I mean, most of these players from Russia have been playing together for the last 3 or so years.
Yeah, it's a major advantage. I mean, we can't overlook that.
I mean, not only are they some of the most technically gifted and talented players, but the fact they've been playing together so long. But we do see that they are beatable. If you have a better strategy than them on a map like Grim Dungeons, they are vulnerable. And I'm surprised they haven't worked on that map a little bit more, in fact. Because it's been the last few years that's their weakest map.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think they've improved some, but you know, they're still, you know, for such a good team, it's such a weakness for them that every team must look at them and say, you know, our best chance is to pick this map.
Often you find that though, and then they become really good at it. I think 4 Kings got sick of losing DM20 and every team picking against them, even though they'd win every other map. Eventually they got really good at it themselves. Here's this final power up of the map. Gion, oh, almost falling down the void. And Fortune, with the final quad of this Nations Cup 2013. Can't really round it off with a great run due to his health. There's that battlesuit. He does actually take out the battlesuit. Kind of just typical of the whole match, that, isn't it? And 30 seconds left. Looks like Russia are going to be a champions for. Kind of summarise how impressive they've been.
Well, certainly the best team has won, and you know, Russia, Deliberate Murder, they have been at the top of this scene now for quite some time, and then we need to see some sort of new challenger arise to try and take that position away from them. But at the moment, I'm not sure who can do it. Certainly, no one has proven to be a match for them in this Nations Cup. And Deliberate Murder, heading into the Euro Cup, they're going to be, possibly favourites again to win the whole thing. Russian TDM scene at the moment is just incredibly strong.